Hi, I'm Ben Proven. I live in the Bay Area, and I'm a student at Bainbridge Graduate Institute, where I'm getting my MBA in Sustainable Business. And I'm here to talk to you about my capstone project for my Local Living Economies course. So my story starts with the team, and specifically this team of Jay Standish, Ben Proven, myself, and Zach Swartout. We are ProStandOut is our name, and our team began in a unique way in that we first wanted to focus on our team culture, our team dynamic, and who our team was before we actually went into a specific project. But pretty soon, through that process, we did come upon a project, and we began working with a organization called the Embassy Network, which is a co-living house in the San Francisco Bay Area. And we spent our whole first quarter working with them and exploring how to help them grow a network, a global network of co-living houses, building off of their one house in San Francisco. But pretty soon we realized that this project wasn't near and dear to our hearts, and we didn't have a lot of emotional buy-in. We weren't excited by it anymore, and so we decided to actually break up with Embassy. And we went back to the drawing board, and we asked ourselves, if we're not working with Embassy, then what are we doing? But rather than starting with what we wanted to do, we decided we actually wanted to start with why and focus on really what our purpose was in this project and as a team, and allow the rest of the project to unfold out of that. And we began really big, and we thought to ourselves, we live in this incredible universe that is unfathomably expansive and vast and full of possibility, and here we are, these little specks on planet Earth, and what are we here for? What do we want our lives to be about? What do we want this project to be about? And starting from there, we connected back to why we're all here at Bainbridge Graduate Institute, and we're here because we want to make a difference in some way. We're here because we want to change business for good. We all have a vision of the future that we feel we want to somehow bring forth. And we came back to this sustainability framework that we've all seen, of the triple bottom line, people, planet, profit. But we could never really see how we fit into this. And we didn't feel that this helped us answer the questions of what work should I be doing? What project should I be doing? What fulfills me? Is it even possible to find something that I love doing while also serving this larger goal? And can I make money doing this even? And so out of this process, we eventually came to a new framework, a framework that we thought of as a personal framework for sustainability, or a human-centric approach to how to live a life that is inspiring. And for us, we got curious how we could live an inspiring life doing the things that we truly love doing while also making an impact on others in the world and serving communities and people, and at the same time supporting ourselves financially and creating wealth for ourselves and those around us. And when we got to this point, we realized this was the essence of our project. We call it the 3 I's, and we decided that this was what we wanted to base our entire project around, this inquiry into how can we live life at the center of the 3 I's. So great, we now know why we're doing this project, but what are we actually doing? So to answer that question, first I have to tell you what we're not doing. So we're not actually starting a business. We're also not trying to save or fix the world, and we're also not focusing on any one particular project. So instead, we're starting with ourselves. We're actually creating an incubator for ourselves and for our team, because we think that human beings are the X factor, that when we focus on people, when we focus on team, we actually can create a foundation off of which we can do really great work. The change starts in our own backyard, and by investing in ourselves, amazing things will flow out of that. Many projects, ideas, and we'll actually be building the capacity to make this change on an ongoing basis. Now, how we're going about this is unique as well. We're prototyping our lives, this project. We have a really large question that we're trying to answer that's going to take time, and we're not going to figure it out all at once, and we don't have to find the perfect solution. Rather, we're going to be breaking it into bite-sized chunks and experimenting on taking steps in this direction in our lives individually and as a team, and then getting feedback from others on what we're doing. And we're also not doing this on our own. We think that, again, in this really giant question we're asking, that there are other people out there who are asking the same question, and that we don't have to do it on our own. In fact, doing it with the support and love of other people, we can actually build more of a capacity together to go after this than we could on our own. So what are we actually doing? Well, the first 3 forms this project is going to take is a co-living house and community, a sharing economy lifestyle experiment, and finally a blog. So the first project we're doing is a co-living house and community. And when we think about this, we think about the house as a container that holds this community, and a community is a container that holds this conversation and this dialogue and inquiry into how can we live life in the 3 I's. So ultimately, it's a structure and a platform for triple I living. Secondly, we're engaging in a lifestyle experiment, specifically exploring what's possible in living life in a collaborative, shared fashion. This happens in our own house, but also we're exploring this in the wider community and in the wider area of the sharing economy under which co-living exists. And so here you can see some of the collaborative consumption platforms we are expecting and intending to experiment with in our house, with the goal of ultimately seeing to what extent through sharing and collaboration we can reduce our cost of living, generate income, as well as connect with a wider community and reduce our ecological footprint. Renting out rooms on Airbnb, doing peer-to-peer car sharing services like Wheels, or even peer-to-peer taxi services like Lyft to meet a lot of our needs. And third, we're launching a blog. In fact, we've already launched our blog at ProStandOut.com, and it's a way for us to reflect and share on this inquiry, as well as have a dialogue with our wider community. And then finally, to be able to take the value that we're getting from this and hopefully share that and deliver that to other people so that we're not doing this just for ourselves. And in addition to what we're doing, how we're doing it is also a unique aspect of our project. And we're applying the agile software development approach, which is an iterative, evolutionary, rapid prototyping development process, but we're applying it to our lives and to this project. And through this, we're breaking our project down into bite-sized chunks of 2-week sprints, which allows us to really minimize project planning and learn quickly as we get feedback from our community, as well as we have a clear understanding of our own interests and passions within this project. So when we take a step back and look at this project as a whole, the way that we think of it is that what we're doing is we are prototyping a new model for living. A model that starts with a question of why, a question of purpose, and through a unique process and approach gets into some really interesting forms that are a manifestation of this deeper inquiry. So this is ultimately an invitation to be part of the conversation. We want to hear your voice. We want you to be exploring these questions with us. You can find us at ProStandOut.com. Please read our posts, please comment on them, and please feel free to email us with any questions, comments, or feedback. Thank you.